Hey folks, this is Sushant Mishra, and this is my submission for the tryouts hackathon. My task was to build a prizes page for a hackathon like Eat Denver or Eat India, and this is how I did it. I will mostly show like some nuanced things which I think are like kind of cool, which I did differently from the reference page that was given. So the first thing I did differently was, for example, if you scroll here, you go to something like Moonbeam. In the indexer, it kind of comes at the bottom, and if I scroll a bit more and go to like Secret Network, it again comes at the bottom. Generally, you would want something like this highlighted portion to like come up somewhere around here, like the center of the screen. So that's what I did in my page. If you scroll anywhere, for example, yeah, here it was like intuition, it will come at the center of the screen. If I scroll a bit more, if I get to wormhole, it will come at the center. If I click on like intuition, yeah, even this will come at the center. So you generally want things to be like a bit center aligned. So that's what I did with my indexer. So if you scroll anywhere, it will come at like the center. Second thing I did a bit better was, so for example, if I'm a hacker and I'm looking for something like Zeta, now I would generally want to share, for example, these tracks or partners with my friends or with my like fellow hackers. So I would just want to copy this link and share it with them. Right now this does not have like a search param, so even if I share it to someone, they won't reach to Zeta. They will like be at Eat Denver. So in my implementation, what I did was, if you search for Zeta, it will basically scroll to that. So my search param will have Zeta, and if I share it with my friends, they can basically go to the Zeta one in the list. So that's like the second thing I think I did a bit nicer. Other thing was, there is generally this problem with like double scrolls. So this indexer has one scroll bar and like the parent has one scroll bar. So like if I keep scrolling and if I reach the end and I continue scrolling, this page will like move a bit. So if I scroll this, yeah, it went up. That happened because as soon as this scroll ended, now since this scroll had nothing to do, this starts scrolling. So yeah, that's what happens. So like since this changed, this also like tries to kind of manage it, and like this goes up. This is like kind of the problem we face with double scroll. So what I did was, in my container, if you scroll to the bottom, my scroll does not translate to this. So like my scroll is contained here, so that problem is not there. And aside from that, what other things I did differently was, something with search. Generally, for example, let's say I want to search for like this universal profiles track, UNI. So when I search for like the universal profile track, it's good that I also got like search results from Zeta, Lucas. But generally, if I am looking for a track, I would want to like see kind of like the related tracks across it. For example, if I'm using one company's tech, and since I'm anyways using it, I would also want to be like included in another track. So I would like want that information as well. So in mine, if you search for like universal, you will get like Lucas and like all the things related to it, kind of. By the way, why did Zeta come here? Shouldn't have, right? But at least I don't know why it came. It has nothing to do with universal. But yeah, like if I search for universal, I will get that track and also like the related tracks, because anyways I'm using that tech stack, so it's like kind of makes sense to like use that track as well. Yeah, I think that would be it from my side. Anything else I would have might have written in like the documentation, might have been a bit nuanced. Yeah, like very few renders are happening on this page. Only this thing is using like state. So if I click here, just to highlight this, I'm using like a state thing. The scrolling here is not done by state. We use like a native DOM API, so we don't need to re-render or anything. To be honest, even this could have been done without state. We could have used pure CSS, but due to like hackathon timings, I was like, let's do it with state, let's not test CSS too much. So yeah, that was my implementation, and yeah, it was fun. Thank you.